my name is Annette and I work in Parma, and this is JDL Cooks. Welcome to my kitchen. We've had a lot of really heavy, meaty meals in the past that we've done for you guys, and we thought we'd lighten it up a little bit and do something a little more like vegetarian. I know a lot of you people are probably a lot more informed about being vegetarian than I am. A lot of people are vegan. I know a little bit about it, not a lot. So we're doing some things that we know how to make that you could do different ways. You could do it vegetarian, you could do it vegan, you could even do it keto if you wanted to. But we're gonna go ahead, and today I'm gonna teach you a little bit about air fryers, which is something we haven't done with you guys before, but it's like my husband's favorite appliance. My daughter got him an air fryer for Christmas one year and he rolled his eyes, and now he can't live without it. This is our second one. He likes like French fries and fish sticks, things like that, things that you would normally maybe put in an oven. This is so much faster and so much quicker. It's like you put in what you want. You don't have to get the whole oven hot. You don't have to get your house hot. It's a really nice little counter appliance. So we're going to show you that a little bit. We're going to talk a little about, we're going to make eggplant fries today. Don't roll your eyes. This is not your mom's mushy eggplant. Because I tend to go low carb, I'm always looking for something to make a French fry out of, and eggplants work really well for us. So I'm going to show you a little bit of eggplants, and we're going to batter them, and I'll show you some different ideas to batter them. If you want to change it for your diet, you can make this as easy or as hard as you want to make it. I like easy, so we're going to go easy. This is an eggplant, if you didn't know what an eggplant was. You don't want to get them too great big because then they get kind of bitter. But you want, you know, glossy purple. You don't want any bruising or blemishes. The eggplant itself is like white and kind of pithy looking inside. The outside, of course, is purple, and it is edible. So if you want to eat the eggplant skin, you can. It's a little bit chewy, but I like chewy. And when you're making something like an eggplant fry, it actually helps to keep everything together. So I'm going to take off the top and the bottom. I'm just going to slice it into maybe 1/2 inch rounds. I grow eggplants in my garden every summer, and last year was like a bumper crop. There's only so much eggplant you can eat before your eggplant Parmesan's out. So this is something that I do in the summer, and I actually batter them up and I keep them frozen in my freezer so that in the wintertime I can pull them out and I can have fries. So I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'm just going to cut fry shapes out of it. They'll have a little bit of the skin on the outside edge, which I don't really mind. If you want to go ahead and take the skin off, more power to you. It is a little less chewy. Tastes pretty much the same, actually. Okay, now we're going to get the batter for them, because this is not something you're going to put in a deep fryer. You're going to want to batter it so it gets crispy. This is just some egg whites and some water, and I'm just going to whip it up a little bit, make it frothy. If you were doing this vegan, you could use veganese after this, like a mayonnaise. You just want something that's going to make your coating stick to your eggplant. So whatever you want to do. These are egg whites. They're not going to hurt a keto diet or a vegetarian if you're lacto-ovo, but if you're purely vegan, you might want to change that to a veganese. This is just a breadcrumb. If you were doing keto, you could use almond flour, or you could use like crushed up pork rinds, which is actually my favorite. This is Parmesan cheese. If you were doing vegan, Parmesan cheese is probably out, but for everything else, it's probably all right. Gives it a lot of flavor. This is going to be like a little bit Mediterranean, because I know Shelley's doing a Mediterranean style bean burger. This is just some garlic powder, just 5 or 6 shakes. And this is just Italian seasoning. Maybe a 1/2 teaspoon. Just something to give a little bit of flavor, a little flavor bump. I'm just going to mix this up. I'm putting it in this bag so we don't have to actually touch it a whole lot. Once we get it rolled around in the egg whites, then we'll roll it around in the breadcrumbs and everything will stick. All right, before we get to that part, let's talk about the air fryer. An air fryer is basically a small convection oven. Like I said, this is my husband's favorite appliance, so it's probably not very clean. It has an on-off feature. It lets you change the temperature and the time. And it has like a menu that will show you where it's at. Like this is for fries. There's one for fish, nuggets, steaks, poultry. Whatever you want to do with it, you can probably find a recipe somewhere that'll give you an idea of what to do with it. This is the inside. It's basically a basket. There are other like different accessories you can get. This is actually just an extra rack that I got to put in it so I can like double layer things and put twice the amount in something. That gives me a little bit more versatility if I'm cooking for maybe 1 or 2 people. They also have like baking pans you can put in here, so you can do a cake in a air fryer. I guess really the possibilities are limitless. If you think it might work, give it a try. Who knows? I do chicken wings in here. That's probably my favorite. My husband, like I said, likes the French fries and the fish sticks. So that's his thing. Let's go ahead and batter some of these up. I'm just going to drop them in the egg whites. And juice them around. You don't want to leave them sitting in the egg whites too long because eggplant's kind of spongy. And you don't want it to pick up the egg white. You just want it to get coated with it. I'm going to drop these in the crumbs. And just like shake and bake chicken, you're just going to shake it around and get it coated. And then you're going to put them on your little rack. You can spray the rack if you want to. Depending on, I would have sprayed this maybe because of the Parmesan cheese because it will melt. Then we're going to put this in the air fryer. I'm going to put it in at 360 degrees. You can preheat it or you can just put it straight in. If you put it straight in, it might take a few more minutes. I'm going to start with 10 minutes and see how done they are. You want them nice and brown and crispy on the outside. They're going to cook relatively fast because they're not really thick. So I'm not going to start this because it gets super noisy and nobody wants to hear that. But after it's done, I'll take it out and show it to you. I thought while we were doing this, we might make a little dessert. So I thought we'd do a fruit fluff. This was something I used to do when my kids were little, to kind of hide a few little things that are good for you and something that tastes pretty good. All this is a can of fruit cocktail mix. I get the extra cherry kind, and a half of a can of pineapple tidbits. These are those little fruit-flavored, fruit-colored marshmallows. I like the fruit kinds because I think they're really pretty in here. Put maybe a cup. And I like banana in mine. You don't have to put a banana in it. You can get fancier with this. We're going to put whipped topping in here. You can add Jell-O to it, which makes it fruit flavored and also gives it a little bit of color. Strawberry would be really good. Let's see, you could add some coconut to it to make more like an ambrosia. You could add some mandarin oranges if you like that. Whatever you want to put in here. The whipped topping is what's going to make the whole thing kind of stick together. And as it sits in the refrigerator, it'll make the marshmallows kind of soft. So if you like your marshmallows a little bit on the tougher side, you may want to eat it right away. If I put Jell-O in here, I would definitely let it sit in the refrigerator for a little while, just so that it starts picking up the flavor of the Jell-O and it gets soft. You don't want it to be crunchy. So maybe like to a whole, I think of whipped cream, I'd put maybe a small package or maybe half of a small package of Jell-O and see how it looks. All right, so there's our fruit fluff. I want us to show you what it looks like when you turn this on though. You know how loud it is. It's not terrible. It's not going to run you out of the house. But like I said, it will keep your house a lot cooler, especially in the summertime. In the summertime, I tend to utilize my air fryers and my Instant Pots, things like that, a lot more than I do in the winter. In the winter, I can justify going ahead and turning on the oven and getting the house warm. But in the summertime, might as well keep it as cool as possible and save myself a little bit of time too. These are great with ketchup, or because we're going Mediterranean, you could do it with like a marinara. Would be really good too. Whatever you want to do. That's the beauty of cooking at home. You can do it your way. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.
Hi everybody. I'm Shelley from the Parma branch. Today I'm going to be making black bean burgers. Yesterday Annette made her fried zucchini using her air fryer and some fruit fluff. So today I'm going to be making our main dish again, which is the black bean burgers. Super easy, not a lot of ingredients. So I'm going to get started. In my mini food processor, I have half a cup of just some rolled oats that I've already processed for about 30 seconds. To that, I've added half a can of black beans that I've drained and rinsed. In my bowl here, I have the other half of the can. We're going to save those to mix later. To my oats and black beans, I'm going to add 1 large egg that I've pre-beaten. Then I have half a teaspoon of smoked paprika and 1 full teaspoon of cumin, plus some salt and pepper. So I'm just gonna give this a whirl till everything is nice and you can make this as smooth or as choppy. That's okay for me. Just going to add this mixture to the other half of the black beans that are in our bowl. This is really super fast and easy to make. Doesn't take very long. So to the black bean mixture, we're going to have 2 tablespoons of spaghetti sauce. If you don't have spaghetti sauce, you can use pizza sauce. I've done that before. They have the same flavor. And then we're also going to add half a cup of cheddar cheese. You can add pepper jack cheese, sharp cheddar cheese. This is just a mild cheese that I have. Then we're just going to mix this all together. That is basically it. That is all there is to the recipe. You can add whole tomatoes to it. You can add carrots to it. I've made these with Greek style quinoa salad that I make with Greek dressing. And I've made that alongside the black bean burgers. And what I've done is I've substituted the spaghetti sauce for some of that Greek dressing. And instead of using cheddar cheese, I've put in feta cheese. And so that sort of combines the meal together. So what we're going to do with this is I'm going to cover it with some saran wrap, and I'm going to put it in the fridge to chill and let it combine together, probably for about 3 to 4 hours. And then when that's done, I will come back and I will show you how to fry these up on the stove. Thanks. See you later. Hi everybody, welcome back. It's been about 3 hours. The black bean mixture has chilled in the fridge. I have about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil heating up in my pan. So I'm just going to divide my mixture into 4 parts. This makes 4 really good sized burgers. You can wet your hands if you don't want the mixture to stick. We're gonna let these cook about 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes on either side. So while these are browning, don't move them around too much because you want them to get a nice crust on either side. So I just want to walk you through the mixture again and the recipe. So the recipe calls for half a cup of rolled oats. You're going to place those oats in a blender and you're just going to pulse it for about 30 seconds. To the blender, you're going to add half of your 15-ounce can of black beans that you've rinsed and drained. Then you're going to add 1 large egg beaten, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and salt and pepper. Then you're going to blend that together again. Then you're going to add that mixture to your other can, your other half a can of black beans, along with 2 tablespoons of, this calls for marinara sauce. Like I said before, you can use pizza sauce if you don't have your marinara sauce because they kind of have the same flavor. Then you're going to add half a cup of cheddar cheese. Then you put that in the fridge once it's combined for about 3 hours. And then take it out, form your patties, and then just brown them on the stove. So we're just gonna let these brown. They don't take too long. They're almost browned already. If you wanted to make these vegan, you can substitute the egg for just some egg substitute or some silken tofu. Yeah. So these are nice and brown on the first side, so we're going to flip them over. And we'll just do another 3 to 5 minutes on the second side. Okay, so these are almost done. You can put these on a bun if you wanted to. I prefer not to because I think they're great just as they are. Then as a sauce, you can use tahini sauce if you wanted to make them the Mediterranean version that I was talking about when I used the Greek salad dressing in them. You can use like an avocado spread. We use just some ranch dressing, some spicy ranch dressing, some Southwest ranch dressing. That's really good on them. So these should be done. Yeah, they're done. That didn't take long at all. I'm gonna turn my, I cooked these on about medium heat, medium-high heat. They don't take very long. I think that was actually probably less than about 5 minutes. Black bean burgers. That probably took no less, probably 5 minutes to brown on the stove. And, you know, probably took earlier when I put everything together, less than 10 minutes to put together. Thanks, everybody. Bye. Hi, everybody. I'm Shelley, back at Parma. Annette's behind the camera. Say hello, Annette.
Hello.
So today we're going to put our meal together in Annette's air fryer. We have the zucchini fries, or not the zucchini, the eggplant fries, I'm sorry. We have our black bean burgers and our fruit fluff. So I'm just going to plate it for you guys. When Annette came in today, she just put her eggplant fries back in her air fryer. She turned it on for about 15 minutes. Let it go for them to re-crisp. And they're nice and crispy. So I'm just going to plate a few up here. You can hear the crunch on them. So when you go to turn it off, once you're done crisping, there's an on-off button here. You can just press that. Or you can just, there's a little button here that you press to open it. So then here's one of our nice little crispy black bean burgers. I serve it just with some salsa ranch or some Southwestern ranch dressing. You can put some tahini sauce on it or some smashed avocado on it. Just whatever sauce you like on it. Since I use marinara sauce in it, you can put some more marinara sauce on it if you like. And then we'll just dish up some of our...
You could put it on a bun too, couldn't you?
Yes. Yeah.
Like a hamburger?
Yes, absolutely. I prefer not to. I just like the taste of them how they are. So, and then here's some of our nice fruit fluff. Annette was telling me earlier that you put some of the Jell-O in there to...
Sometimes we put Jell-O in it just to give a little more flavor and some color. Yeah.
So I was wondering if you could use this with like fresh fruit, like some blueberries or
anything.
some strawberries and
anything. It's just kind of a vehicle to move fruit to your kids.
Yeah. Yeah. So that would be really good with fresh fruit, I thought. So there you have it. Get this out of the way. Sort of a fast meal. I mean, the burgers only took probably 15 minutes to make, you know, from start to finish, minus that 3 hour that you got to let it chill in the fridge. And then how long did your fries take?
A total of maybe 15 minutes.
So yeah, so you got like a half an hour meal here once you've got the black bean burgers browning. And then it probably took you just, 5 minutes, not even to put the fruit fluff together.
Yeah.
So meal, half an hour, quick and easy. Enjoy. See you in June where we'll be making friendly, fast, 4th of July inspired meal of barbecue chicken. In the Instant Pot, I'm going to be making my great-grandmother's apple crisp family recipe. And Annette's going to be making potato salad. Bye, everybody.
Bye.